Coming up, History News This Week, episode 38. Namaste friends, my name is Shinil Subramanian Payamal and you are listening to the Histology Podcast. Welcome to the 38th episode of History News This Week. Please note that History News This Week will be online every Sunday at 9:30 pm Indian Standard Time, that is 4 pm GMT. This week I have 8 interesting pieces of news items from the world of history and archaeology, followed by 3 great articles. Let's start. First, ASI finds Shivling, miniature temple, idols of Hindu gods and more buried in Gyanvapi cellars, which were deliberately blocked with debris. The over 800-page report gives a detailed account of the structure and the artifacts found in it, proving that it was a Hindu temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. A miniature temple, sculptures of Vishnu, Shaiva Dwarpala, Hanuman and other stone idols, objects as well as terracotta figurines were found buried under debris in cellar S2. Second, sticking to the ASI report and Gyanvapi, inscription of Aurangzeb's order for mosque construction was erased, but old photo of the stone slab exposed the conspiracy. During the Gyanvapi survey, a stone with inscription was recovered from a room in the mosque. Earlier, the photograph of this stone inscription was recorded in ASI records in the year 1965-66. On comparing, the ASI established that the lines relating to construction of the mosque and its expansion have been scratched out from the inscription found in the lower room of the existing structure. Third, Thetford Museum wins £200,000 grant to mark the legacy of the last Sikh Maharaja. The 100th anniversary of a museum founded by the son of the last Sikh emperor of the Punjab is being marked with a grant of £200,000. Ancient House Museum in Thetford, Norfolk has been awarded the money by the National Lottery Heritage Fund. Prince Frederick Dulip Singh, the son of Maharaja Dulip Singh, gifted the museum to Thetford in 1924. The money will be used to tell the family's story through its displays. Maharaja Dulip Singh was the youngest son of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, who founded the Sikh Empire in the Punjab in 1799. Fourth, Iron Age town discoveries displayed 50 years after first dig. 50 years after the commencement of an archaeological excavation led by the University of Reading, a forthcoming exhibition will represent the remarkable discoveries unearthed from digs at the ancient Roman site of Silchester in Hampshire. Attendees of Becoming Roman, Silchester, a town of change, will be transported 2 millennia into the past, delving into the life of the Gaulish tribe that founded the settlement and exploring transformations that occurred following the Roman conquest of Britain. Fifth, traces of meteoric iron in the Villena treasure. A study published in the journal Prehistory Works indicates that 2 objects sampled from the Villena treasure were smith using meteoric iron. The paper, titled Meteorite Iron in the Villena Treasure, was conducted by researchers from the National Archaeological Museum, the Diriyah Gate Development Authority, Saudi Arabia, and the CSIC Institute of History. The Villena treasure is one of the most important Bronze Age hoard finds in the Iberian Peninsula, discovered in 1963 in Villena, Spain. Archaeologists uncovered a collection of bowls, bottles and bracelets which were ornately crafted from gold, silver, iron and amber. Sixth, archaeologists reveal what Roman wine tasted like. Archaeologists have revealed how Roman wine would have looked, smelled and tasted around 2000 years ago. It is no secret that ancient Romans loved their wine. Its consumption has been depicted in ancient texts as well as drawings and other archaeological finds. But the intricacies of its production have so far been a mystery. Seventh, ancient tsunami wiped out prehistoric communities in northern England. A study by the University of York has revealed that a tsunami wiped out in Northumberland, England, causing wide-scale depopulation across the region. According to the study published in the Journal of Quaternary Science, a huge tsunami with 20-meter tall waves hit Britain's coastline and parts of Europe during the Mesolithic period around 8,000 years ago. 8. The ICSSR invites research proposals on history of traditional art forms. The Indian Council of Social Science Research has for the first time invited research proposals on the history and sociology of traditional art forms across the country that highlight the unifying Bharatiyata or Indianness. This was in line with the government's efforts to look at India's traditional knowledge in different aspects as a part of implementing the National Education Policy of 2020. Now, coming to the 3 articles. First, the search for the historical Buddha. Arriving in the West in the 19th century, the Buddha of legend was stripped of supernatural myth and recast as a historical figure. What do we really know about him? Second, a vibrant celebration of Taiwan's little-known original inhabitants. Once the island's only inhabitants, indigenous Taiwanese now make up just 2.38% of Taiwan's population, and their vibrant festivals play a crucial part in preserving their culture. Third, the discovery of America's long-lost Rome. The unearthing of an immense network of cities deep in the Ecuadorian Amazon is proving that the world's biggest rainforest was once a thriving cosmopolitan hub. Latest history book release of the week: The Cancer Factory, Industrial Chemicals, Corporate Deception, and the Hidden Deaths of American Workers, written by Jim Morris, is our pick of the week. The story of a group of Goodyear tire and rubber workers fatally exposed to toxic chemicals, the lawyer who sought justice on their behalf, and the shameful lack of protection our society affords all workers. History Podcast Recommendation of the Week: History Daily, hosted by Lindsay Graham, is our pick of the week. Experience a moment in history every weekday with Lindsay Graham's podcast. Each episode takes you back to a historic event that happened on this same day years ago. This podcast is ideal to listen to as you get ready in the morning or during a commute, to feel a connection with the past in your modern life. Not only does each episode provide a window into history, but it sets you up to wow your friends with historical trivia knowledge. I will provide links to all the news items, articles, book and podcast mentioned above in the show notes. Please feel free to check them out. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the History News This Week. Hope you found it interesting. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Histology podcast on your favorite podcasting app and check histology.com for book reviews and interesting tidbits from the pages of history. Looking forward to hearing from you. Have a great day and take care. Bye.